Hey, welcome back to the Iowa Rampage Coaches Show, Guerrilla Tactics. As always, we got Coach B with us, and we got another special guest waiting on the line to join in here in a moment. Coach B, how's it going?
It's good. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! Happy New Year, man. We had a great time on Friday out at the police and fire charity game. That was a
I'm glad.
great event to set up to good way to get our feet wet. See what with the production side of things. Figure out our timing, what works, what doesn't work. Got to see the building. Got to see a field
Yeah.
laid out in there, not necessarily our field, but we got a field laid out in
Not
there.
not our not our field. It was a field that we used that the arena and them let us use. So it was good to see a field laid out in there. We was checking out the sound system. Got to see the big board in there. I think that's one of the big amazing things about that arena is that board.
Yeah, that
It,
scoreboard's
it was just
nice.
fun.
Yeah, that scoreboard's real
Yeah,
nice.
it's huge.
Yeah, so I mean, I just after being there, seeing a game, maybe not the game, maybe not actual arena ball being played, but seeing where I'm gonna sit, seeing just the field, everything just kind of there, and I just start getting that kind of burn. It gets a little exciting now. It's
Get you
becoming
ready for the
real.
season, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
becoming real.
So I loved it. We got to see a company bring out the flag. It was a huge flag with Woodbine. It was great to see them do that. We got to see the two-time back-to-back defending junior college national champions in Division One. Iowa Western College coaches come out. They enjoyed themselves. City council members enjoyed themselves. We did the ribbon cutting. Coach B almost missed it, but I made it right in
Just in
time,
time, just in time.
just in time, and cut the ribbon. The mayor was out. We had the community out. It was a good turnout, and at the ribbon cutting, it was more than I expected to turn out as well. I was able to see some of the beef employees over there. Appreciate you guys for coming out. It was good to just see and everybody welcome us to Nebraska and to the state of Iowa and Council Bluffs. So it was a great thing.
Yeah, it was nice to actually get some representation from the beef out there. Get a little support from our sister city there across the river. But definitely good to see them all come out and just be there to see what's going on. We already got a little action in the chat. Charles in chat, what's going? He says hi guys, happy New Year, and happy New Year's, bud. Good. Glad you could make it on, and of course Greg's on here with his great inside knowledge of Ghost Sports Ball. So
Happy New Year to my Gorilla Welfare Nation, to all AFL fans. Man, we here, baby. It's time. It's 2024. Let's put on a show.
like I said, it's real. It's real. We got a field down on the ground. We didn't get the nets up. We have football being played in our building. Our logo's up on the screen. The AFL logo up on the big screen, and that screen's no joke. That's going to be as wide as the nets are going to be behind it. Like I
Man,
was
that
I was
screen.
really impressed with that scoreboard there.
Yeah, I think we have one of the best scoreboards in the league, honestly. So,
Well,
and when we get them nets in there, I'm going to see how that's going to work with that scoreboard.
looking at it, you got to get down there, look up. It looks like there's going to be enough room. I mean, the slack net, you might want to make it a little tighter than usual, just to make sure it doesn't get a little too much give and hit it. But I don't know if
Yeah,
where it looks like the hockey walls are going to be. I think we're in a good good
we got the
setup there.
rounded end zone. That's the only thing, but it's going to do. It's still big enough. It's going to do. So,
So we got Capper watching us on YouTube. He says happy 2-4. We got Chris joining us on Facebook. Chris,
Cap, what's up,
glad.
boss man?
So yeah, Chris is on here with us.
The nation.
Got a
What's
little
up,
bit of
Chris?
crew coming in here. Chris
Oh
saying they're
yeah, man.
scared. I think they are scared. I think we're doing some things right. The one thing I was gonna say we definitely are doing right was the amount of different sponsors that were scrolling through that scoreboard all night. Like, man, we just hit January 1st today, and it was just constant, just different sponsor
We're
after
not
different
done.
sponsor up there.
We just getting
And
started.
well, and from what I heard as we we're leaving, they got quite a bit of interest that night from a whole
We
bunch more
had
sponsors.
from what we heard, you was right there. We had 32 sponsors who wanted to talk to us about sponsorship. So I think that was a good deal. We actually nailed 2 sponsors that night. So I think
Nothing.
that's the right direction to go right there.
And I've said it many, many, many times. It all comes in this league. Success comes down to sponsorships. And it's kind of a double-edged sword. But your ticket sales are not where you should be making your money. That has to come from sponsorships. Ticket sales need to be your gravy.
Right.
But they go hand in hand. If you have nobody coming to games, nobody's going to want to sponsor you. So you got to make sure.
Just to get the community behind you with sponsorships, that's a great thing. The more and to get that from the Council Bluff area that fast, I was highly obliged.
I'm blown away. Like I said, just for this point in the year, still what, 4 more months to go? Really, May 11th. So 5 more months to go. And we already have that many sponsors. There's already that much interest. That's huge. I mean, either they're dirt cheap.
We will be having a preseason game. We will be having a preseason game in April. So
okay.
Everybody's gonna get a feel of what that's gonna feel like in the arena with our actual turf down.
There we go. So what kind of opponent are we looking at for that?
Say that again, Scott.
What kind of opponent are we looking at for that?
Semi-pro team coming up to play us.
Okay. That works. Like I said, it's just a matter of getting some game speed. We got a bunch more chat going on here real quick. I want to catch up with these guys. Charles saying we're doing a fantastic job, and I agree. This team's doing an absolutely amazing job.
Appreciate you, Charles.
Yeah, he's a good guy out from Philly. He knows the game. He's been around for quite a while. So definitely, I believe he runs the Soul fan page too. So
yes, I'm a part of your fan page, man.
There you go.
So I love what he's doing with that fan club over there. I'm trying to get. My goal is to get Modern Warfare just like you guys.
Yep. And we'll work on it. Once we get those tailgates going, people are just going to be coming. It's just going to be. We're not going to be able to stop them. Once we start getting the big tailgate set up, games and food and drinks, they'll be coming. Chris said Rampage versus Beef would be a fun watch, and oh man, that would be an incredible watch. Like I know it's kind of not quite there yet, I think, in terms of all the leagues cooperating that well together, but
well,
man, that would be killer.
It's crazy because it wouldn't have been
battle of the river.
It wouldn't been a scrimmage, but me and Kaiser was setting up like a controlled practice versus each other, so we would have gave y'all a little taste of something then. But I don't know now what's going to happen with that.
So was it I believe the offensive coordinator took over the head job up there, so maybe
Tatum. Tatum, man. You know, he's a baller. Played at Sioux Falls, won some championships. He's a baller. So
he definitely knows the game. You got that. I don't know. I think a battle of the Missouri River would be pretty slick. But anyhow, well, we've had our guests. We're just sitting here chatting. We've had our guests sitting here waiting for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him in.
Let me introduce him, man. Our
go right ahead.
OC of the best show on turf this year, man. Maurice Purify, Nebraska legend, Arizona Rattlers, San Jose SaberCats legend of the AFL. Played some years in the NFL. I don't think we went wrong. I think we probably got the best OC in the league.
Definitely got the resume.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? How you guys doing?
Doing all right. Welcome. Yeah, I was actually looking at your wiki article earlier. Man, you kind of hit every time you went to any one of these franchises. I mean, you played Omaha Nighthawks. You've already played locally. Mm-hmm. That was a killer franchise. Had a lot of support. Rattlers when they were tearing it up. The SaberCats when they won their stuff, and the Rattlers. I mean, man, that's not a bad little resume. So.
Yeah. I got lucky to play for some good winning organizations. So it's definitely been a blessing.
you know, the thing with the Nighthawks. So you've played on a startup organization and essentially a new league in this area. What was that whole experience like?
It was fun. It was fun. I actually didn't even get to play in a game that year because I had tore my MCL the week before the game. The week before the last week of training camp. So they just put me on like an injured reserve, and I was out for the whole year. So I didn't really get a chance to play any of the games with the Nighthawks, but I was at a few of the games, and it was great. Nebraska, they support their football team very great. There's not a lot of football there besides, high school and Nebraska. So whatever football they got going on, they really come out and support.
Yeah, they eat it up out there for sure. So with that too, that was the UFL. That was the OG UFL. Then we just got the announcement yesterday, day before, that the XFL and USFL is now the UFL again.
Yes, it is.
What do y'all think? So what do y'all think of that? So we got half the teams that used to be playing between those two leagues now, but they got all teaming up. What y'all's take on this new UFL?
I'm gonna let you have that with Mopey.
Oh, well, I think they got to figure out a schedule, a time where they're not playing when NFL is playing. They need to figure out a payment method to where they can pay the players enough to keep them coming, and while keeping the league up. I think UFL folded last time because they were paying the players too much money and weren't able to keeping up with the funding for the league. So I think if they can find an equal balance and find a time schedule that play their games that works and keeps people interested, and I think it can be successful.
So
they already got a start date, don't they? March 23rd or 24th is the first game. They actual draft is Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not wasting any time getting this going. I thought it was an interesting mix. It's the 8 teams. They're counting Houston as a XFL team or as a USFL team since they had a Houston team there, but I don't know, for whatever reason they wanted to keep the Roughnecks name. My only thing is why the UFL. I like the United, get putting people together, but man, there was just a UFL, and there's another indoor league out there that's calling themselves the UFL. That was the National Gridiron League back in the day. It's just a little scam indoor league. But
it was the NGL.
It was NGL, but they became the UFL after they gave up on the NGL name.
I think the actual people who was a part of the UFL with Mopey and them played is actually a part of this USFL with the USFL and the XFL merger. So
right.
I know Fox is one of the Fox president is one of the main guys involved. So I think they going in the right direction. So it's going to be a good thing. I think just timing and making sure players get paid and they tried to do a hub style last year and it didn't work. So seeing how it's really going to work with the travel to the different venues is going to be exceptional because St. Louis Battlehawks, they sell out every game. So you can't.
They've been selling season tickets in the 400s already.
Yeah.
It's no joke what they've got going down in St. Louis.
I'm actually trying to catch one of their games this season.
It's going to be tough because our schedule's lining up right on top of theirs. So
I know.
So we're going to have to hit them early if we do. Yeah, because I had season tickets down there during the COVID year, so got 2 games in and done. But anyhow, also Charles said, "Hey, Maurice Purify, how you?" So.
Hey, Charles, doing good, man. Can't complain.
So. Anyhow, so yeah, I know we're kind of off on a tangent here with the UFL. We do have a sister site for the UFL fan zone now. To base it as what we do here, but on for that league. So definitely, if you haven't checked out that site, definitely head out there. Make sure we've been kind of working on the rebranding ever since they announced stuff. It's going to take some time getting everything together, but we're getting there. But anyhow, so what do you got planned for this new AFL? I know you've got a big AFL background. you're going to be going up against a lot of indoor football people. You guys are traditionally indoor football offenses, indoor football minded. So, what do you have planned from an offensive perspective to go up against these teams?
Oh, well, I just got just playing physical, playing fast, not committing penalties, and then not trying to reinvent the wheel. Just going out there doing the stuff that I've done when I was playing. Do the stuff that works, making sure our quarterbacks know where to go with the ball in a timely manner, and getting the ball out quick. Scoring a lot of points. I love to score a lot of points. Everywhere I've been, we scored a lot of points and scored them fast. So I kind of want this offense to go into the directions on the offense that I've been in, and also doing whatever it takes to win the game. I'm not trying to say, hey, this is what we're going to do to win the game. Be stubborn. Just take what the defense gives us. Win the game the right way, playing team football and giving Iowa a product to be, happy for and call theirs.
Just got to put on that show.
Mo P, give them a little bit of your coaching background so they know what you've been doing since you stopped playing.
All right, so I retired in 2016. I coached, been a wide receiver coach at Gilbert High School and then Fairfax High School in Arizona. Came back to my hometown in Eureka. Coached at my high school here for 3 years. Then took over, got a wide receiver coaching job at College of the Redwoods at the JUCO here in my hometown. So I'm pretty much the passing game coordinator, receiver coach. We're doing a good job here of getting kids out. We just recently had 3 kids get D1 offers. We've had 6, 7 kids get D2 offers. This is our second year back. They canceled the program when COVID hit, so this is our second year back. We've been to 2 bowl games, 1-1. We've had 14 all-conference players in 2 years, and we had 11 all-region players in 2 years. So we're doing a good job here of getting kids here and winning. First year we went 7-4. This year we went 9-2. So we're having a lot of good success in our first year back and trying to recruit to build on it. Have one of them 10-0 seasons and move up in conferences.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so yeah, I saw that earlier that you're from California originally. I'm from Stockton originally, so just down the state a little ways there.
Any arena coaching experience, Mo P?
Oh yeah, I mean I had got a couple jobs that didn't work out well. Don't want to say no names or no teams, but I've had a job that I got down there and it wasn't a great situation, and we ended up folding a team in Colorado. And then I had 2020 I had signed with another NAL team in Ontario. They ended up folding the week before the game. That was my first head coaching job for that team. But yeah, every team that AFL team that I've went to coach for, they ended up folding. So I'm glad this one's gonna get off the ground and see what I can do. I had reached out to one of my coaches right when I retired. I'm not gonna say his name either. Trying to look for a coaching job, and the first thing he said to me is, "What can you do for me?" Right. So I kind of really took offense to that. So I can't wait for this to start so I can show him, what I could have been able to do for him.
Wow.
And that's what I kind of like about this staff is you got a lot of guys with a lot of AFL experience, a lot of playing experience that know the game. Now it's time to let's pass this information on and show the next generation basically this is how you play it at the right level.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've said this a couple times in our shows, and I think that's going to be our biggest advantage going up against most of these other teams on our schedule is the AFL knowledge. There's not a lot.
That's
There's not a lot.
that's why I wanted to separate from other coaching staffs. I honestly thought they were gonna go older with a lot of coaching staffs. So I think that's why when I looked at this staff, I wanted to go the guys I played with or guys who've been around this era, this generation, so we can give back to the younger generation and we can build our careers as coaches as well. Because some of us did get overlooked and didn't get a chance on certain staffs because of politics. So when I got in this position, I made sure I'm gonna do it the right way and do it my way.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, and this is a younger league, a younger game, and they have younger coaches bringing in, just a new vantage, new look at everything and how to play the game. Like I said, personally, I love that we're in what's essentially the CIF division. We got six of our games against the Kansas teams.
Yeah.
I think it's a huge advantage for us. A huge advantage for us. I mean, they're going to put up a fight. These teams put up some good. They put up some good teams in the past, but
Salina, Wichita, Southwest Kansas, they all gonna put up a good fight. But I think it's gonna come down to just me and my staff doing what we do.
well, and the biggest thing, and again, I say this a million times too, got to take the ball from center. Can't do any of this indoor shotgun stuff. It takes too long.
Mm-hmm.
Take your eyes off the field too long.
Hey, any team goes shotgun against us, you're gonna have a long night. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
There's too much chaos on the small field with as fast as this game is to take your eyes off where your receivers are at any point. So,
Yeah.
so
We got some activity in the chat.
got some activity in the chat. Yeah. It looks like James Sherman here didn't. I'm trying to. Sorry, James, I'm not quite totally get what you're saying, but it's this point not having our team selfish enough is enough for bandwagons. Basically, it's talking about he doesn't like 3 teams in Kansas. I don't think that was the intent. But when the CIF came and it's, hey, take all of us or take none of us, well, we're gonna take all of you. We'll sort it out later on. It makes for great travel. Everybody's like,
It
it costs too much.
does.
It's going to cost too much. Well, not in this division.
It builds on the structure too, though, and it builds up that fan base in Kansas because Kansas, Missouri, and those states over there, I think, get overlooked in arena football and just football in general on a high scale. So it builds up that fan base and that business over in that area to see that it can work.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then for me, living in Kansas City, I want to beat every one of those games in Kansas. I mean, that's just a given, And some of those games are just as close, if not even slightly closer, going up to Council Bluffs. So yeah, I personally am looking forward to it. Things are going to change. We'll see how it plays out next year. But for now, just take it, build the league, get the league going, show them that we can put out a good product, and that's the main thing, is putting out the good product on game day. Help more from Charles.
That's another thing. Mo P, what did you think? What separated you from where you were playing at and other organizations, I think, in AFL, on how you guys were treated and how you guys were, how it was laid out for you?
Well, like the good teams they're all good teams, but like what separate from Georgia and San Jose and Arizona is a lot of things are pretty much in-house. Like we did a lot of things at our facilities instead of having to drive, 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 45 minutes there. So we ate at our facilities. We had massages, chiropractors there. We had everything was there. Meetings was in the same spot. When I was playing for Georgia, like everything was scattered. We had to, after practice, we had to drive 20 minutes to go get our massages. We had to drive another 30 minutes to go to the gym and to go lift weights. And yeah, that was the difference, is having everything close by so nobody can have any excuses. I know when I was with Georgia, they gave us the LA Fitness Pass, and that was more like everybody going down there playing basketball, trying to holler at girls instead of working out. So, yeah, just
Right.
having everything there, and so nobody has no excuses why you didn't work out or you couldn't make it to chiropractor or anything like that. So,
So how's
Right.
so
Okay.
taking that? How's that look? How's that going to compare to our facilities and with the deals we got worked out for our players?
You already heard what he said. I'm making it a replica.
So I mean, I keep going back to like the simple things. Like we got a team barber. Just to have that available to guys, I think is that's just handy.
We will we'll have two team barbers. We have a loctician and a braider. So my guys will be well groomed and taken care of for media and game day.
And those are the little things that matter. Those are absolutely little things that matter. Um, Practice facility. We're looking at the place we did tryouts, right? At least initially.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yep.
and that's an
Yep.
amazing facility. I was blown away by how nice that facility was. Um, and are we moving to the expo center later, or is that in the future?
Well, we'll be practicing in an arena from the end of May on the rest of the season.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. Actually, have time in the building. That's huge.
Yeah, they don't really have anything else, so we'll have the turf down for practice
That's a
at those
huge,
times.
huge advantage. That is a massive advantage. I
Hmm.
know Kansas City here. We had our kicker. We played in the soccer dome, which is a little tiny indoor soccer facility, and our kicker would kick off just outside the goal box, and he put a piece of tape about 3/4 of the way up and an X up at the top of the goal box, and he's like, "Well, I figure if I kick the ball and it hits that X, it's good." Like that was all he could do to practice. Was kicking an X about 7 feet high. Like that's not gonna work.
See, the good thing about our practice facility, you saw we got like a little similar field goal style for the with the nets and everything. So my kickers won't have no problem kicking just like game style.
Speaking of kickers, we had a quite the guest at our game this week.
Yeah, Caleb Shudak, Iowa, big time kicker. Played for the Tennessee Titans. He came out, supported us, gave out his Iowa jersey for the raffle. So it was a good thing. Me and him got a chance to talk. So he was loving everything that was going on. He saw what we were doing and loved the vision. So it was a good thing.
Yeah, anytime you can get somebody like that, I mean that's instant credibility to locals. Somebody that played in Iowa, that's from the area, that has credibility. That people locally know.
Right.
That makes a big difference. That sells the product. A little more in the chat. Charles saying that he was interested to see shotgun in the NAL a little bit last season. Like, I can't see it. I can't see it working.
I think some teams are gonna do it this year, though. I'm not gonna lie.
And they're going to get tore up. That's what's going to happen. So you get the right defensive line, and that's over. That's over before it starts.
You heard what he said. There will be a learning curve early on.
Mm-hmm.
And if it happened too early, you might be out the playoffs quick.
That's just it. 10-game season. Every game matters. Every game matters a lot within a 10-game season.
Mm-hmm.
So and then I'll tell you, we got a good start to our schedule.
Oh yeah.
So and I think we're gonna run to our biggest challenge last game of the year, just right when we need it.
But the last two games of the
Last
year.
two, yeah. But
And I think that's gonna be just what we need to go to the playoffs. Though we need to get battle tested right before we go into the
get
playoffs.
tuned up for the playoffs. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hopefully, they're gonna change their rules around when we get to host one of these playoff games.
What you think, Mo P, about the schedule? Do you think it's fair for us this year?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a pretty decent schedule for us. I wish we would have had one of those two tests at the end of the year. I wish we could have it more in the middle or the beginning of the year to see where we're at early. But yeah, I think
Right.
the schedule way it's set out right now, or we're set up to be successful.
Like I said, I'm like what I'm saying. Like I said, I like the fact that six of our 10 games are against the Kansas teams. Again, they're going to put up a fight, but it's again, it comes down to the experience. The Albany's have the experience, the Orlando's have the experience. You start getting to some of these other teams, they're used to playing a different style. So if we just keep on them right off the bat, we got this.
Cap said it's going to be a 10-game regular season sprint, and that's what it is. It's a marathon. That's why we're going to have the best show on turf.
Great.
I can see Mo P setting a single season record for most points scored in the game.
I
wonder what that is.
98.
Look that up.
I say Capper could tell us for sure, but I think it's 98. No one's ever hit triple digits in the AFL. AF2, I believe they did once, but I don't think the AFL anyone's ever hit triple digits. So
if somebody hit triple digits, man, oh my God!
I want to say the record's 98, but like I say, 99. Okay,
99.
Capper says 99.
Hey, Mo P, that's your goal to hit in the preseason game.
Triple digits. All right.
Oh, you going for okay?
Triple digits in the preseason game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He said, "Now Cap said the record is 99. So if you can get tied 99, that's cool."
Oh, we don't want to tie. We want to beat it.
Oh, okay, my bad. I got you.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some just high octane offense. I haven't had that being in the CIF last handful of seasons. So Tampa, Kansas City prior to that, it's just not the same. It's slower. They can't put up those kind of numbers. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. But I got to ask, Coach, what's the update on the rule book?
It's getting there, man. We better than where we was at last year. I think it's finalized and it's ready to just be out. So we got you guys. We'll let y'all know what all the rules is here 2024. Just like we got some more big announcements,
Oh, Capper mentioned the other day on Twitter that he had a off the record conversation with Travell Gaines, and that conversation just solidified his opinion that this league is set to succeed. And
what you think, Cap, for the naysayers, man? Because I'm telling you, I got a lot of players been hitting me, and they've been like, "Coach, I want to come and play with y'all, but I got IFL coaches and other agents and my agents and stuff getting told that the league's not gonna last or gonna happen."
Mm-hmm.
So I love when people doubt that, because Cap know, he talked. I know. Like I said, I've been in some bad predicaments. Scott,
Mm-hmm.
Mo P just said he been in some bad predicaments. So I'm not going to bring me or my staff in a situation that I don't think that's going to happen.
And there is a lot of stuff out there. We're talking about the NGL, that rebranded as the UFL. There's all kinds of stuff like that out there, and teams that, there he goes, Capper. I'm more convinced than ever that it'll succeed. That's, and for those of you that know Tim, this guy knows what he's talking about. He knows this game inside and out. If I don't know, I send you his direction. That's what it comes down to. Tim's got this down. He's seen it all. He's been around the league longer than I have. He's seen what succeeded, what hasn't. And when he tells me that he's more convinced than ever that it'll succeed, oh man, that just makes me feel good. Just makes me feel real good.
That's OG, man. I told you, that's Cap. If Cap say it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yep, 100%.
He wouldn't even put his stamp on it if it wasn't gonna happen.
There's been many, many things over the years that I know we both have heard. This is happening. Things don't get said, and then it doesn't happen. Exactly.
I'm asking this question to the fans, Mo P, and you, Slasher. What do you guys want to see from the AFL in 2024, and what do you expect that the AFL will bring you in 2024?
I'll tell you, for me, I just want to see a higher level than what all is currently out there. IFL is a good time. NAL is a good time. There's some good athletes out there that have done some good things, but the overall game isn't the same. It's not the high. It's not as fast. It's not as entertaining. And it's, again, nothing to do with the talent on the field. It's just the game itself. I just wanted to bring back that kind of energy that's been missing from the indoor world for the last few years. So and just succeed. Just get through the season. Have a great neutral site arena bowl all over TV. You know, getting those names out there. I think that's what I want to see. So I'm curious what folks in chat have to say too. What do you want to see out of this AFL?
Sure, I want to see the AFL come back as the highest level of arena football in this game. Like when I was playing it, be the top level. I want to see them put a great product on their streaming, wherever we're streaming at, Facebook, wherever it is. Put a good product out there, get some good announcers. Have everybody have the field the same color and not patches, and just pretty much just show the league in a good light and put out a good footage for everybody to watch, and just to have fun like the AFL always done. Just have fun in between timeouts and halftime, and bring a lot of kids out, and just be a great league and treat our players right.
So, a couple of people popping up in chat. A high level fan inclusive experience, 100%. I mean, that's something that everybody tries to bring in the fan inclusive. Like, oh, we'll bring you on the field for autographs. I'm like, nah, it's more than that. You know, you gotta have the right personalities bringing in people. Like, personalities are what bring you back to the games. Really being able to showcase those kind of things. Tim, so my hope is for parity and the return to the AFL having the best indoor players in the sport and all teams finishing the season. All teams finishing the season, that's huge.
It is.
It's amazing how often that doesn't happen. Competitive games, surprises, last second wins, bar balls, touchdowns off the nets. Man, I've missed those bar balls. That is just such a different dynamic, and it doesn't happen often, but when it does, man, it's craziness.
The surprises is what's gonna bring. I think that's what's gonna set us apart from other leagues too. The fan experience we're gonna give and the surprises we're gonna give to the fans and to the players as well. You know what I mean? So I think a couple league sponsors that we got coming in, I'm pretty content that we're good. So I'm happy with the direction we're going with them. So my ownership group been killing it. My media and director of marketing and media, she's been killing it. So like, I think we pretty much straight over here. It's just really just getting to the season now. My fingers is itching.
Yeah, let's just get everybody on the same page. I don't think parity's tough. To get everybody playing, to where it's anybody's game any day. That's just hard to do. There's only so many top tier athletes out there, and some of these locations. I mean, I don't mean to dog anybody, but some of these locations are not destination locations for some players.
I know ours ain't. Ours ain't the ideal location for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, but what we got to offer as far as coaches, the experience, the style we're gonna bring, and what we're doing, I don't think who wouldn't want to come and play in Iowa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's a lot of things too. What's gonna set a lot of teams apart, the talent that they bring in.
So, but Tim mentions parity. My thought for parity initially is from a getting everybody on the same level when it comes to marketing. Having everybody get out there and put out the material and whether it's social media or local events. That's the kind of parity I'd like to see, where everybody's doing maybe not the same thing, but the same level of things.
Right.
Because if every team was doing things like we are, that's where you start seeing success.
Oh yeah, and we got a few more surprises coming. We're gonna do a few more community events. The our charity event was so good, man. It's crazy that I can't even believe it. We got Bellevue, Omaha Fire Department asking to be a part of it, do a tournament style next time. So I think we got a few things set up that we trying to do and put together in the community. With I got a lot of people I talk to that want us to do some volunteer work with their organization. So we got a few surprises in store.
And the nice thing is too is you're getting towards the end of the school year, so if you can get out there and get out into some of these schools and get some of these kids to come out for maybe the first game, well, by the rest of the season, they're off. Parents, come on out, bring them out here. You're tired of having them at the house, bring them to the game, let them run around on the field afterwards, get some of that energy out. Like I know my kid loves it.
And Charles said you guys are a model franchise with your community outreach. Going to be hard to live in your region and not know the Iowa Rampage.
That's the key.
But
Mm-hmm.
that was my whole model and purpose. Bringing on Mo P. He played in Nebraska. You got the Omaha, Nebraska side right there. I played at Michigan and Northern Iowa, so I can take care of that Iowa. I got a few players that on our team, and hopefully a kicker that's coming in that played at Iowa. So that's gonna be big. Just getting them teams around there. I got Kansas City ties, so that's nothing but 2.5 hours away. So we building where we can not only build in Iowa, we're building the Rampage name in the state of Nebraska, in the state of Missouri, in the state of Kansas. We're gonna be a worldwide name by 2025. I guarantee that.
So, yeah, Capper says, I'll admit, I think the league headquarters can step up their social media game. Sure, it's member teams can pick up the slack, but it's a good league presence necessary, and it is. You're 100% right. We're scheduled. We need to confirm everything. Our scheduled to have the commissioner on next week. And that's kind of one of the things I want to talk with them about is what is their strategy with social media? What is going on with the Facebook page? It's been kind of silent for a while. So yeah, the league.
We will hear more in 2024. I know on as far as websites and social media for teams, all teams in the league run their own stuff. So it's up to us to keep our fans in the league on the league's behalf engaged. And like my director of marketing, she chimed in. We're gonna differentiate ourselves from everybody. That's our goal. Like you will see, our website is gonna be always up to date. Our social medias is always gonna be up to date, and we gonna nail everything from every aspect of what the media, public relations, community outreach. We're gonna nail every aspect of it.
And that's it. But I think there needs to be a level of quality control. We've talked. Tim, I know it's one of Tim's things that bugs him, and the more I talk to him about, the more it bugs me too, is making sure we're using the right AFL logo, where the shield itself is white and the letters are outlined in white, and everything behind the letters is white, not the see-through one that puts whatever graphics behind it coming through the shield. Right. Little things like that, and it needs to be standard. I'll say that I'll give Southwest Kansas credit. They use the right shield on everything they do. Their graphics may not be the most attractive things in the world, but they do use the right shield. So I got to give them credit for that, though.
Like my biggest thing, like me and Mo P, we talk back and forth, and I know my guy be so busy. He worked 3 jobs, so I was telling him I gotta get us into the Nebraska market. And first thing he did, he reached out to the University of Nebraska and they hit me back. When you want to meet?
Nice.
When you want to meet with the football department? Like, so we building that relationship. You got to realize this guy is one of the top 5 receivers in Nebraska history. So you got to it's something when you got a guy like that on your staff. He played in the NFL. As soon as he come in town, we trying to set him up at dealerships, kissing babies, signing autographs. We trying to do all that.
And it's about getting those people with the right personalities out there too. People, you get them in front of the cameras, get them taught, and they don't just hang out. They talk with the people. Like I said, it's the personalities that get you coming back. It's the people. Like I said, I'm wearing my Colin Taylor shirt tonight.
CT, baby.
Love CT. Great dude. He's he's that perfect guy. You put that guy in front of a camera, and it lights up. Like that's the guy you want selling your franchise. Somebody like that's the guy you want selling your franchise. We had O.J. Simpson down here in Kansas City, really everywhere in this region, kind of played on all the teams. He's that same kind of just real dynamic guy that just gets out there and sells himself as well as the product. So you come back for him because that's the personality that you remember, that you cling to and go, oh yeah, that guy, I met him after the game. He was super friendly. That's the kind of stuff, Yeah, kids like having the balls tossed to them. They, like getting the gloves every so often, but it's those personality moments you get to experience that really make people come back.
And they don't understand when the fans really get to interact and become one with the players. That's what they really come for.
Mm-hmm.
They might come to get the ball in there, but every experience I've had as a player, Slasher, that's how I met you and your family, coming down on the field, and man, we do stuff together. I think that's gonna be big. I think my goal is to have the biggest tailgating experience out there for our fan club. We'll be right there in the front. You can be able to mingle with the players, the coaches, Slasher and the fan club gonna be barbecuing, cooking food. So it's gonna be a heck of an experience. Like that's how we engage with the community. You get a chance before the game to interact with your favorite player or your favorite coach or your favorite staff member. So we are gonna set ourselves apart in different ways.
And I'll tell you what, the tailgates we have planned, we're gonna be out there. 7:00 game. We'll be out there at 3:30, no later than 4 the absolute latest. So I plan on leaving my house about 1:00 here in Kansas City and starting it as soon as I can get up there. So we might have to adjust that.
Capper hit me with the big question.
Uniform reveals. What's going on?
Cap, that was one of the sponsors I said I think y'all gonna love, and I'm waiting on them to announce first, but we are still working on our uniform. So once they reveal our national partner, then I'll be able to give you a uniform reveal. So just be patient with me. We working on it. I got you, Cap.
So we did that helmet vote. What do we determine on the helmets? Can we leak that?
So I am ready to announce our 2 helmets that won. We had the red helmet as one helmet they want us to wear this season. And I told everybody we will wear 2 helmet colors this season. We did have a tie for the white and the gray helmet. So we will need to do a Facebook and social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, another vote for the second helmet, which will be either white or gray. And I'm not going to lie, all 3 helmets had a tie. It was only a point separating the white and the gray from the red.
Wow. All right. I don't know. I like the idea of the gray, especially as a matte gray. Can't go gloss.
That's that blood gray, man. We when we see blood, we attack.
So I'm working on my getup for the year. I got the mask, but I was thinking gray. I was thinking about maybe get like a gray, like Mike Myers type jumpsuit. So get some stuff put on it, and
yeah.
So I got to do something. I mean, I went close to that when I had the XFL, but I did a Casey Jones mask instead of a straight round hockey mask. So I had to keep it a little different from AFL Slasher here. So yeah, AFL Slasher will definitely be back. I'm looking for it. It's been so long. I get the contacts and everything. It's been a minute. So, but I like the idea of that gray, especially if it's a matte gray. I think that would look sharp. But
what you think, Mo P, man? You ready? You ready to defend the land?
Oh man, I'm ready.
That's what the fans voted on, man. They voted on dominate the land as the name of our arena now, man. That's how we.
So we lost coach there, but yeah. So that was it. So they decided to call the arena the land. So can't do the jungle. Orlando's got that taken. So yeah,
the land is good. Dominating the land sounds good. I mean, we are the Rampage, so it would be good to be the jungle, but dominating the land. That's a
but
name
you got to realize the name of Orlando Predators Arena is the jungle.
Right. We were just talking about that.
That's what he's saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So the land, protect the land. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? What did he do? What did King Kong do? You know what I'm saying? Godzilla versus King Kong. He protected the land.
Yep. Well,
You
we
know
got
what I'm saying?
we got chest pounding from
Yep.
Tim there. So,
Yep.
so I like that one. Got the chest pounding. So yeah, it's oh man, it's gonna be a good time. Let's see. When's Wilson expecting to deliver team game balls? I know they're designed, right? So we just
Yeah,
need
they getting printed. Our game balls are already in process to getting printed up right now. We got our sponsor on there, so it's gonna be there, man.
and who's our ball sponsor again? I know that we got released, right?
Big Kent Fitness and Sports Performance, baby.
There we
You
go.
you want to get right, you want to get in shape in the Omaha, Council Bluff area, hit up Big Kent, baby.
There you go. So I don't think I got all of them. I tried to get most of the sponsors up on the scoreboard on that album I posted earlier this week. So I want to
Oh,
make
we
sure
got
that
more
they're
to
getting their
come, man.
love.
One thing I can say, and I got to give the shout out too, because I've been foots on the ground trying to do my thing. Our sales team have, but Kelsey, our director of marketing, she's been slamming it. She's been hitting it. So
So yeah, I apologize, Kelsey. I loaded up your Dropbox. I don't think there's much room left. So, so I gave you the
oh, she
tryout photos in
commented.
there
She
too.
said you took amazing pictures.
So well, there's a couple. There's, like I said, far from professional, but you get a little something out there. But yeah, so I got the tryout pictures, which I noticed the news station used a couple of my pictures for their interview this weekend too.
Yes, yes.
So a couple photos from the tryouts there.
So we have another tryout coming up. So stay tuned. February. We were gonna do one in January, so we're gonna do February. We're gonna have a tryout, two tryouts in February. So stay tuned. Watch all our social media, follow our fan club, and we'll let you know when it's coming. You know,
Are
Coach B always keep you guessing.
we still looking at one down south here?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know, we've been talking about it. So
I just think it would have been too soon to do one in 2 weeks on short notice. I want to properly promote our tryout, properly give people time to travel, set up travel. You got to be. It might be other people trying to come in from other states, so I got to be respectful of other people trying to accommodate their travel and everything like that. So give people time, and especially give my marketing team time to do their thing. I can't just throw something on them that fast and expect this to run right like I want it to run.
speaking of timing, that's one thing I meant to bring up earlier. We only advertised that charity event for 30 days, and the turnout was incredible. Was it like $8,500? Kelsey might have the final number. It was like $8,500 that was raised.
Yes, sir.
I mean, for 30 days
Tickets
worth
at
of
8,500 in ticket sales plus what we raised in raffle money.
okay, so it was
So
just ticket sales.
yes, almost 10K I think altogether. So I think that was a great turnout with the little time that we had. So big ups to our whole team, our whole squad, man.
Yeah, that's a huge deal to raise that kind of money that quickly. I mean, and again, with a brand that people don't know yet. So that's just one more thing to kind of throw in there. You know, how big is this going to be next year? How much money are you going to be able to raise next year when people know this is coming and know who we are?
My goal for next year is 20K. So y'all heard it from Coach B. The charity game next year, 20K is our goal to raise.
I think it's reasonable.
So and that's just in ticket sales. I say I'll split that ticket sales and raffle.
All right, I think it's reasonable. I think it actually is pretty reasonable. But yeah, so, I mean, again, social media presence is going to come. The audience is going to build. More people are going to come just because they know about it. I mean, that just makes it. You know, who else got something else going that time that you can actually go and attend and be warm? You know? But
I know.
Kelsey, you guys are doing a great job.
Will see any event at the Mid America Center. You will see our Rampage table out there from now on in 2024. We will be at the rodeo. We will be at all those events. So come on out and see us. Come stop by our table, chat with us. Whenever our coaches get in town, we'll make sure our coaches is out there. So you guys let us know. Anybody checking in right now, if you need us to be somewhere, you want us to be somewhere, you want a player appearance, a coach's appearance, get with my director of marketing. We are in the community, so get with us ASAP.
That's what it's about. Again, getting the people out, getting meeting people. John Pettit, the former general manager of the Iowa Barnstormers, one of the things he used to say, and I keyed in on this, and he's dead on right, is husbands buy the season tickets, wives renew the season tickets, because
you nailed it.
There's something to that. I mean, the husband's kind of like, oh, this is cool, let's go check it out, let's go. Tickets are cheap, season tickets, we can go. They go, they have a good time. All right, yeah, maybe I'll renew. The wives go, oh, I got to meet this guy, and this guy was so great with our kid, and this did that, and that did. The wives renew the season tickets. You always think this is a male-dominated sport, but this is a different game. You gotta key in on the women, key in on the wives, because that's where your return money comes from.
How was your time in Georgia, Arizona, and San Jose? How was it with the community? How was your outreach with those teams, Mo-P?
Georgia, we didn't do much. San Jose and Arizona, they always had us going to like schools, doing like after school program with them. Arizona was really big on it. We always went to the Boys and Girls Club during the holidays for the guys that were there. We always, fed the homeless. We did anything from making those like what are those, emergency dinners for like the troops, where you just add warm water. We did a lot in Arizona with going out to see the community and doing stuff like that. Yeah, it was great. It was fun. It was fun going out to go see the kids at the school, and then they'd actually remember you. Like, oh, I remember you. Yeah, you signed this, and they'd have your jersey on because of course they would know. So it's always great to do that, to build the community through the kids, and get their spirits up and get them happy to see some football and for them to have a good time.
See?
That's exactly what it's about.
And Kelsey, that's who you're gonna be working with, because when he come down, he's our public relations guy for the football boys. So anytime you need guys going out, get with Coach Mo-P. He's gonna have them ready. He gonna probably have some ideas for us to go out where we need to go out. So that's gonna be good. Cap had a question for you, Mo-P. He said, "What convinced you to return as a coach in the reborn AFL?"
This is a league that I wanted to coach at. Like I said, when I first retired, I had reached out to one of my old coaches, and he kind of shot me down. So I'm kind of got my pilot lit, trying to show him wrong, and that's always been one of my things, just competing, taking on challenges, and trying to defeat the odds of you know what I'm saying? And just I want to win a arena football championship as a player and a coach. That's something I want to do. And returning was very easy. When B called me and told me this, that he wanted me to be his offensive coordinator. It was first in the CIF?
We was in the AIF.
Yeah, AIF. So it's like, and I wasn't unsure because I wasn't sure about the 2-man motion, and I don't really like coaching or talking about stuff I really don't know nothing about. So I was kind of reluctant taking it. But right when he said we're in the AFL, I was on board, man. There was nothing to stop me from signing the contract and being on his staff. Especially seeing the direction that he had the team going, and the stuff that he had vision for the team.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. He called me up about running the fan club back when it was the AIF, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to drive all the way up there for AIF games. The second he told me it was AFL, I'm done. I'm in. Let's do this.
Hey, I didn't want to tell y'all at the time, but I called y'all for a reason because I always got a vision. I wouldn't call y'all for no reason.
So yeah, that's all I need to hear. Just those 3 letters. So, well, I said I don't want to keep you all too long. It's New Year's Day. Real world comes back tomorrow. Have a nice little 3-day weekend.
Yep.
Oh. Greg was dedicated from the beginning, so
I can't stand this guy. Hey, no, man. Like we said, man. One love to the land.
there you go.
Till next week, next Monday, we got a very, very special guest.
So be here. Definitely make sure you got your questions lined up. You know, I propose this to them. This is going to be a town hall type setup. We're going to come in here and have everybody be able, speak. Get the questions. Can't promise you're going to get the answers. Complete all the answers you want. But yeah. So I mean, that's the schedule. Things can happen between now and then. I don't want to promise anything because busy guy, busy time of year, a lot of announcements coming out right now. But yeah, so get your questions ready for the commissioner next week. If you guys are on Twitch on Twitter, we had quite a few on Twitter following us tonight. So it was harder to chat there. We're also live on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. You can hit us all the stuff comes to one chat. So we should get all your questions together. But yeah,
we'll have Commissioner Lee Hutton
that is the
on
plan
next week on my coach's show, Guerrilla Tactics, strictly for the fans, by the fans. Guerrilla warfare, baby.
All right, guys. Coaches, thank you so much for joining. Next Monday, we're going to make this going to be a good one. I'm really looking forward to it.
Hold on. Cap said, I honestly think that teams that brought an AFL experience to their coaching staff will have the upper hand this year.
Completely agree.
I got more than one AFL experience coach, so I think let me give you this, Capper. We got 2 upper hands, baby. We going for that ball.
No, completely agree. I think that is going to be a huge key because the reality is there's not that many players returning that have AFL experience. So you got to come from the knowledge has got to come from somewhere. And like I said, I think we got the staff for that for sure.
I appreciate y'all, man. Go follow our fan club, Guerrilla Warfare. Join it. Go follow all our socials, our Rampage, our website, ourrampage.com. Go follow all my coaches, all their social medias. Jump on, follow Slasher. And if you need anything in the media, marketing, hit Kelsey at ourrampage.com. You need sponsors, y'all want to get with us, hit our sales team at sales@ourrampage.com or info@ourrampage.com. Let's go, baby.
And if you got players that want to send you some video, what's the best way to do that?
At GM@ourrampage.com.
GM at Iowa Rampage. So yeah, we got connections for you all. If you can't remember some of that, reach out to any one of us. We'll get you what you need. So once again, thank you guys so much for showing up. We got the big one next week. Everybody tune in. Get your questions.
All right. Thanks for having me.
All right. Take care, guys. Thank you.